Good morning, Black people. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I want to say something real quick about something I hear people say all the time. I hear people always talking about how they just need somebody to give them an opportunity and they can show how good they are. Or they just need to give them a seat at the table and they're going to, be able to make decisions and have an influence on their destiny. I will say this do not beg for a seat at the table. Learn how to build a table. Learn how to build a table and put yourself at the head of it. All these institutions that you see, everything that you see out here that looks like it's big and important, all these corporations and universities and organizations and everything else that looks so big and fancy and important, all of that shit was made up. Somebody came up with those concepts. Somebody said, let's start an organization called the United Way. Let's start an award ceremony called the Oscars. Let's start a corporation called IBM. All that was at one point nothing but a figment of somebody's imagination. So the people who are on those boards, the people who are running those organizations, those people have a seat at the table, but somebody had to build that damn table. So black people don't need to get a seat at the table. Stop trying to get a seat at somebody else's table. Build a table. We need table builders. That's what we need right now. Every community has different things that it needs based on the generation that you're in. The generation you're in, we need builders, people who can build a table, not people who can get a seat at somebody else's table, a table you don't even own, a table where you only get one seat and your community gets 0 seats. I'd rather build a table, put myself at the table, and then pick black people to put at the table along with me. That's how you have real power. So don't beg for a seat at the table. Build a table. Do we have table builders in the community? Are you a table builder, or are you a person that sits to the side of the table? Most of us don't even get a seat at the table. Most of them sitting there next to the table on the floor like the family dog waiting for scraps. They get dropped off the table. Somebody else's, they up there, you never know what they eat and what kind of food they're feeding you, but they're dropping you scraps off the table and you're so happy to get it because you're starving to death because you don't even know how to build a table. So, what I would just say to you is that everything that's out here, somebody had to invent it. Somebody had to come up with it. I've been reading a book about how the Jews invented Hollywood. God bless them for doing that. They did it for their own community because nobody would give them a seat at the table. So they created tables. They created Universal Studios. They run that table. They created 20th Century Fox, Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers, Columbia Pictures, all of that. And they put themselves at the head of the table. So don't beg for a seat at the table. Build a table. Train your kids to build a table. Don't train your kids to go and impress somebody enough to get a seat at the table. That's not going to get them anywhere, especially for a black man. Black men, are the most unwelcome group of people in America when it comes to economic opportunity. So black men got to learn how to run organizations. It's like food, where imagine if I was sitting there and I was starving to death and I'm waiting for somebody to cook me a meal and bring me some food over to my house. And I never learned how to cook. I never learned how to hunt. I never learned how to garden. I just learned how to wait. I learned how to beg. I learned how to pay for food. Maybe if somebody is willing to bring it to me. I'm in a very vulnerable state. You could literally fill my refrigerator up with frozen chickens and beef and steak and vegetables and everything, and I would still be hungry because I wouldn't know how to cook. If any of those foods required cooking, I would not be able to eat. So what I'm saying to you is learn how to cook. Learning how to cook means learning how to start an organization, learning how to build a table, learning how to start a company, learn how to build a business, learn how to make an investment. Everything is built off investments. We do not have enough investors in our community. We have people that are very good at looking for a paycheck. They're very good at the job search. They're very good at filling out the resume. They're very good at trying to impress companies with one interview after another, but they're not very good at making an investment. Teach your kids to make investments. It's all about mindset. Investors have a specific way of looking at situations. Investors walk into situations knowing that in the beginning there's going to be a sacrifice and that the reward will come later on. Paycheck-minded people are people who will make a modest sacrifice. They'll give you a week's worth of work, maybe 2 weeks, but then at the end of that 2 weeks they need a check. And that's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you ahead. It's just real. It's me being truthful with you. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. If you want to, get started on your wealth building journey at all, feel free. We have a special at theblackwealthbootcamp.com. If you join us at theblackwealthbootcamp.com, you can actually get a free month if you use the code word. It's one word, Blackwealth 101. Blackwealth 101. That's one term, not three words. Just Blackwealth 101. Use that code. Use that code word, and you can get the first month totally free at theblackwealthbootcamp.com. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Peace.